Music bed.
Ted, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come down to Louisiana and spend some time with us. And it's a joy to have you here. And for the first time coming to visit us, that's been great. The team's been working with you for so long, but no one's really gotten a chance to actually face-to-face spend time with you. So this is going to be a treat for everyone.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks, Charlotte. It's fun being here.
Good.
It is really interesting because you and I have known each other since 1990. And I know I've told you this before, but I bought my first computer from Connecting Point of Greeley back in 1984.
Wow. Ken, you've told me that story before, and I kind of had forgotten it, but I bought that store in 1985, but Connecting Point used to be, as you know, a franchise, and the Greeley store was the first store in the Connecting Point franchise. Did you know that?
Yes, it is.
So,
it was pretty amazing.
Yeah. I remember all that stuff now. 28 years. That's
Yes.
a long time. It's a long time. So yeah, we go back a long time together.
And those first stores were retail, right? Selling to mainly consumer, right?
Oh, absolutely. As I reflect back, even before I knew the two of you, the business was simpler. I was a retailer, right? We stacked them high, sold them low. That's what we did. My biggest concern, and you remember this, Ken, was when we'd have floor checks for our inventory. That was a problem. And number two, the price was always going down, so we had, what did they call that?
Music bed.
Price protection. Price protection. But you had to keep track of your inventory. Those were our biggest issues. As time has gone on, we've morphed from a retailer to a business-to-business networking company to a managed service provider, and now we're a managed and cloud provider. So it's a much more complex business than it used to be. We were better at selling the concept than we were at supporting it, and the tools just weren't that good.
Right.
I wish that I had all the clients back that said, okay, we'll do that with you, and then said, I don't see the results. I don't see the value in what you're bringing to the table. Because what we provide today is so much more robust and complete and brings value to clients. It's exciting, actually.
One of the things that we've been able to do as part of our the growth of our company is to watch companies like yours as they evolve and learn from that and really be able to take that out and help all types of companies improve and grow and become more profitable.
I find it fascinating and interesting correlation that started in 2003, which is the same time that we started doing our virtual sourcing services, where we were offering the back office services. And if you think about it, there's a correlation between managed services and what you were doing and how you were doing it to what we were doing. We're doing the same thing,
Yep.
just selling a different service. You're selling the technology and we were selling the accounting services. It's just interesting.
Wouldn't you say that you've kind of gone through the same evolution, Charlotte, that
absolutely.
I was talking about? Because I remember when you were offering accounting software help. Mm-hmm. And I know you started with Southware and grew from there, but the level of services that you have offered over the last period of time have matured significantly, just like the managed service platform that we were building.
Absolutely.
People like VARs and MSPs, whatever you want to call us, resellers, we need help. We need help. Most of us are pretty technical, so that side of the business is pretty well taken care of, and we adopt technologies to deliver to our clients. But what you all do is so important, because running your business, making sure that your KPIs are good, making sure that you're doing all the accounting and the back office things properly, it has tripped up many VARs, resellers, MSPs over the years. I mean, I personally know lots and lots of people who could sell all sorts of stuff and just flat didn't make it because they did a poor job at what you folks do.
Well, one of the things that we were talking about earlier today is how difficult it is to find good people. You were saying you have that issue. We have that issue. Every one of our clients seem to. That's the number one issue we're hearing today, is that it's very difficult to go out and hire good people that want to work, that have the skills, and that kind of thing. And I think that that's part of the reason why we are so valuable to people, is because we can make that part easy.
That's a truism. I think that it's difficult right now to hire people on the technical side, but it's just as difficult, if not more, to find people who have the accounting skills and the financial skills that are necessary to navigate your business properly. And again, since most of us either are entrepreneurial in spirit or technical, those don't normally lend themselves to the disciplines that your company provides for us. And we've learned a lot from you over the period of time that we've been engaged. But your team understands our business. And when we were talking earlier today, we talked about, what are some things that are important and what are some things that you need from people who support your business, and understanding what we're trying to get accomplished, what tools we use, what methodology we have in our business, and being able to execute on that is really important. So with minimal onboarding, I would say, your team got Connecting Point onboarded, changed some of our processes to make them better, more efficient, more streamlined, and we've just really gone. So as I look at our relationship, if it started here, it's grown significantly as you have introduced more processes and structure into what we were doing.
Well, with us focusing on the technology industry, it makes it easy because we know it inside and out. We have built those processes over the past 21 years. We have the staff who knows what they're doing, and we want to guide you and not just put you in a box and say, do this, but we want to guide you and make the processes accurate for your company. Even though it's the same industry, you all have your uniquenesses, and we don't want to have you do the same thing as someone else because your business is a little bit different.
When we started, you were doing our payroll, and you were doing our general ledger, and you were doing our accounts payable. Now, on top of that, we're also doing purchasing and billing. Those services, I mean, you seamlessly took those on. I mean, if you think about all the service billing and the product billing that gets done, that's a big deal. There's probably 5 or 6 people here who work on our account. So as opposed to what I had before was an office manager and maybe another administrative person, now I've got depth of team so that there are multiple people who are servicing our account in their area of expertise. And even more so, there's people who are cross-trained and backing up those people. So if they're on vacation or aren't here or whatever, the job keeps going on. So we've benefited mightily from that. We had a significant event in 2014, and on one day, everything was just fine, and the next day, we had no administrative department. And I remember our conversation. I called you up. I appreciated the fact that you didn't go, "Oh my gosh," but said, "Okay, great. Here's what we can do for you. This and this and this and this." And you were so gracious, Charlotte, because you said, "Hey, you can sign up with us for a month or 2 or 3, and here we are, 4 years later, because the services that you provide have been of great value." The only reason anybody engages and stays with any company is if you're getting value. And the first month when we engaged, we got value. The second month we got value, and that's just continued through the years. And better yet, the amount of value that we've gotten has escalated over time. So as we've gone deeper into our relationship, I believe that we are benefiting more and more as time goes on, which is a great thing.
Well, we try. It's one of the things we want to do here is to constantly add value. So we work very hard to continue to add to those services that you get so that you are always seeing the value.
Whether I'm engaged with Ann or Kelsey or Tammy and Jody, any of the great people I'm working with, they are attentive, they are invested in my business, which is really important. So much so, I just put your company on our org chart. So they're just like one of our people. And your team cares, and that's what's really important. So I don't care if it's early in the morning, late in the afternoon, if I've got an issue or a concern or a question, I can reach out. They're always available. They're prepared, they understand. I don't have to go through a long scenario for them to understand what is going on. As a matter of fact, it's just the opposite. They usually tell me, "Okay, Ted, this is what's going on. What do you think?" And I can make a quick decision. So that's really, really important. All of us struggle in one area or another to handle our accounting, the integration into our PSA, payroll, a lot of the things that you all do. And inevitably, I'm in a peer group, I'm in HTG, inevitably stuff happens. Your office manager resigns. You have an audit. Some event happens, and you realize that your systems aren't as airtight as they should be, or that you're just unable to execute, or maybe you can't get the person that you're looking for. So VPA I don't have to worry about that. I sleep at night really well. I have enough issues running my company and making sure that we can sell stuff and that we can deliver our services. I don't even think twice anymore about all the back office things that you are taking care of for us, and better than we were doing it before.
If you were focused on or had to stop and focus on those particular issues, it would prevent you from focusing or keeping your focus on your business, and the business may take a dive, for example, right?
Well, either that or I'd work all the time. We're going to make our hay in delivering managed services. And anything that takes our eye off the ball is going to negatively impact that. I agree with you, Charlotte. You bring years of expertise, you bring quality people, processes that are repeatable, that are proper and correct. So you've probably bailed us out of a lot of tight spots that we didn't even know about. The future is extremely bright for people who do what I do, and therefore I think it's going to be more and more and more important for what you do, as you can offload these day-to-day tasks that have to be done properly. I see a bright future for VPA.
We're in the same sense because we have a very transactional role where we have to post your accounts payable. We have to pay the bill, or we have to make sure your employee is paid. But that is the lowest level of what we do, because we also go in and we look at the overall profitability of your company and what are your goals and objectives and where are you going and how is the industry changing and what you need to be aware of and how do you maximize your company.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I look at it is we're providing you with a competitive advantage so that you could provide your clients with a competitive advantage.
Well said. Well said.